Hi, this is Bridget from Speech Therapy Talk membership, and this video is going to go through minimal pairs and the different levels of minimal pairs and why we really need to worry about it. So I use the materials from my membership. You can use any materials that you have, but I use the materials for my membership. So to find them, I go to articulation, I go to minimal pairs, and we're going to go to, let's just do our fronting minimal pairs. So we have a lot of options here for different minimal pairs, and I'm going to go through the easiest to the most challenging. So the easiest one is when we have sequential minimal pairs. So basically what this means is you say one word at a time. So we say doe. You just see doe, you see nothing else, and when you're done saying that, then you're challenged with the word go. So you see one word and then you say another word, but the two words are not together. Now that is the easiest. Then when we want to challenge ourselves a little bit more, we go to the minimal pairs that are together. So we say we have doe and go here. Now for level 2, is seeing both pairs but not saying both pairs together. So what I mean by this is we say, I say doe, the child says doe. I say go, the child says go. We do not, so that way the child sees both words, they're kind of thinking of both words, but they're only challenged to say one word, then another, with the model of the word before each turn. Now, the third level is to mix this up. The third level is sometimes put the G first, sometimes put the D first. So I might say doe, the child says doe. I might say go, the child says go. We go to the next one, and I'm going to start with gown this time. The child says gown, then the next turn we say down. So that is level 3. Now level 4, I'm sorry, that is level 2. Level 3 is to put them in pairs. So I would say down, gown, then the child would have to say down, gown. Both words together. Very challenging. Once we finish that, we're not done. Now we want to start working on words. So now that we can say pairs, now let's see if we can say both of those words in a sentence. So now we up the language demand. So now they can say minimal pairs, great. But can they say the material if they need to create a sentence with both words? So I have worksheets to do this. I have no print flashcards to do this, but they have gas and doctor. It's kind of a fun one. Kids really like this one. But they have a word with G and they have a word with D. With both of those words, can they put both of those sounds in a sentence and say the correct sounds? So that's a great one. Then we want to go with, in one sentence, they are challenged with this. So dig with a, and then they can say spoon or shovel, but they have the word dig, which has their minimal pair sound in the same word. And now we're attempting to put that in a sentence. That is another very high level task that I want them to be able to do. And for this one, for this sound specifically, I made a list of all the different words that have a G in it and have a D in it. Now that is the hardest level that they can do, but if they can do this and they can put those words in a sentence, they're probably in really good shape. As part of the membership, you also have just some phonological awareness tasks that I might do this even before the minimal pairs if the child needs it. So for example, we might do worksheets where they have to decide which word starts with a G sound, which word starts with a D sound, and then I mix it up and they look at words and they have to decide G or D. So that's a really good option. Or maybe they'll fill in the missing sound. So they have a bunch of words that either start with a G or a D or end with a G or a D, and they have to decide where the words go. So if you need a child that is even really struggling with the minimal pairs, you might want to try some phonological awareness tasks, but that's just kind of a little bonus information. All right, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions about the membership, how to access these materials, please just comment below and I will answer. All right, thanks for being here. Bye.